Ellis, owner and founder of the Paradox Parlor in Manteca. This episode is all about getting unstuck, how to handle death, overwhelm, anxiety, fear, sadness, anything that's pretty much going to be causing you self-sabotage. And this is coming from what just happened with me this past Sunday, 2 days before I turned 40. The family dog, our beloved Rogue, of 14 and a half years, passed away unexpectedly. She had to go to the emergency vet in the evening after 8:30. We had to put her to sleep because we think there's a brain tumor and she couldn't walk and it was not good. I have never had to do that before for anyone or anything, but I always knew that I would have to, because ethically it's not okay to let people be in pain. If there's something I can do to help them, something that I know can make their life easier, that is what the universe wants. And it's unfortunate that when we get overwhelmed, we are not able to deliver on the promise that is given to us at birth from the universe, that we must strive to find our purpose, to live our life in positivity and to not really hurt ourselves in the process and to not really hurt anyone else in the process. And if you can do that, you have to then show others how to spread the positivity. And every step of the way for the last 14 and a half years, Rogue has been a huge part of our family. She's a lab Doberman mix. And if you go to my Instagram, my personal one over there is Hair Color Fitness, and I've got 2 pictures posted of her right now from her last day as a scruffy-haired, older-looking dog, and then I posted a photo from about 7 years ago. Keep in mind, she was 14 and a half when she passed on Sunday, so even the photo of 7.5 years ago is still not in her youngest prime years. And she looks terrific, like an unclipped female Doberman. Like, I just can't even tell you. So, it's still real fresh. You know, we walk around looking for her. And I don't know about you, but if you've ever lost something that you know isn't coming back, you still look for that person or that animal. You look, because they became a part of every ritual and routine, whether you liked it or not. They were part of your life. And now it's gone. And there's a part of you hurting because it's missing that. Even if it wasn't like the best part of your day, it was part of your day. Like picking up dog poop, dealing with trimming toenails, right? These are silly things of owning a pet that I don't get to do now. So, with my business, what do? Whether it's coronavirus or the passing of a loved one, you can't just stop. You can't just say it hurts too much. And sometimes even worse than it hurting, there's nothing. There's no feeling. There's just nothing. And if you're in pain, at least you feel something. But if there's nothing, it's just a void. And then there's a danger in that, because you feel nothing, then you have no reason to do anything. And it's not even like indifference, where if you say, for example, you were in a fight with someone and they're like, why do you hate me? And you replied, I don't hate you, I'm indifferent. Because indifference means you have no energy to hate, and you just don't like them, you just don't want to be around them, but you don't hate them. Whereas when you have a void from pain, from something that was ripped from you, that was taken from you, you're not indifferent, it just hurts so much. It's like a black hole. And you just feel everything that's in you pouring through this bottomless pit, and there's like no end in sight. Maybe not for you, but that's how it is off and on for me. And I see my 3 kids going through it, and even my husband. And so I look around and I see other people going through it in some other form, and I feel that if people don't figure out how to get unstuck, what will happen to our country and us as individuals, personally or professionally, it's going to be disastrous. And so whether or not the situation came to you at your desire, or it was just thrown into your lap, something was ripped away from you at no choice to your own, it's up to you to take complete responsibility and accountability for how you can move forward. And when you're stuck, the best thing to do, first off, is to just acknowledge that you are stuck and that you're having some serious trouble. That's number one. For people who like my children, they're ages 6, 12, and 15, even my husband, there's a lot of people who don't want to believe they have a problem. They say things like, I'm not broken, I'm fine, everything's okay, nothing needs to be fixed, you're the problem, you have an issue, it's in your mind, I'm okay, nothing's wrong. And this is all just someone deflecting, making excuses, in denial, maybe completely unaware. They're in disbelief, or they know, but they don't know what to do, and they're embarrassed. They're upset, they're ashamed, who knows? They are hurting, they're confused. They feel it's not in their ability to figure a way out. They feel that they've done it before, it didn't work out, why try again? Whatever it is, these people are thinking and feeling inaccurately. Their reality is distorted. And the reality is, there is no real reality. Everyone lives in their own reality in their own mind. So if you're stuck in the reality of nothing works for you, your whole life is going down the drain, nobody gives you a chance, then that is true. That is the reality that you experience, because that is what you continue to think about and live. And the vibe you put out is pushing away any kind of opportunity that you could bring into your life. Because the energy that you're transferring, I guess you could put it like this, there's a fuzz, there's a disturbance in the frequency. It would be like listening to static on the radio, seeing static or a distorted picture on TV. The vibe you're giving is stuck, and so people aren't going to be wanting to be around it. Logically, think about it yourself. If you feel yourself around someone who's always draining you for some reason, and you can't wait to get away from them, and they just aren't helpful, and they don't do anything that you can see is contributing, and they always leave a mess, and nobody wants to be around them, well, look in the mirror, because sometimes you're that person. I swear to you, sometimes we all are that person, and to deny that is only hurting yourself. So much like I would tell my kids to do something, ask them to do something, like laundry, trash, dishes, homework, whatever, and they don't do it, and they put it off for days and days, and then much like you might imagine, something's going to happen that they don't like, someone's yelling, someone's getting things taken away, there's consequences, and they would inevitably wind up saying, but I didn't do anything, why are you upset? And I'm like, but that's just it. You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. You didn't try, you didn't do anything. You just did nothing. And that there is, right there, something. Doing nothing is a choice. You had been given an activity to do, and instead you didn't do it. So you did do something. You did nothing. You did something. You made a choice to do nothing. Take accountability for that. And that's the hard thing. Like when I was 34 and I decided it was time to get healthier, to lose some weight, so I could keep up with my kids better, so I could have a better relationship with my husband, I had to decide to face myself in the bathroom at night after everyone went to sleep with the lights down low and just listen to music that made my mind think. And I had to think about what caused me to get to this point in my life that I was not happy with. What was I not happy with? Some of the things I didn't even know, and I just had to stare in the mirror and look myself in the eye until I cried and tried to understand, what was I suppressing? What did I not want to feel? What was I tired of feeling? What the hell was going on? What the fuck was going on? Okay? And then at that point, when things started to come and flow, be aware that the emotions you feel could be harmful. So this is an exercise that you really need to consider, that the emotional implications of what you're going to do, you're opening up your subconscious mind, and you are asking to let forth, to flow, the things that you're subconsciously letting harm you. You're asking those things to come up from the deep. Not to relive the pain, but to acknowledge it, and to let that part of you that was hurting, that is still hurting, to be free. So if it's a child inside of you, it's the adult inside of you, something in you doesn't feel heard, you feel angry, it needs to be heard. Now, you also most likely don't want to hear this, but you need to journal, you need to write, you need to document, and you need to figure out what is going on in that soupy brain of yours so that you can move forward and move up and not let these things harm you. Because the things that you subconsciously are holding on to, that false reality, this is what is allowing other people to pull your strings and make you do exactly what they want. Because they know that you do not have control over your subconscious mind. And people know, other smarter people, I'm sorry, but other people who know these techniques and philosophies are able to make you do exactly what they want you to do based on they know you better than you know yourself. They know your emotions and your fears and what your wants are. And they know how to say things, do things, even just put up pictures and phrases and noises to make you do what they want, in a good way and in a bad way. But if you can raise your level of awareness so that you can see these things before they happen, you will not be swayed by misinformation, and you can decide to hear different points of view, to catch perspective, and to allow people to have their point of view, even if you know it's wrong or you believe it to be wrong. Doesn't matter, because your reality is not theirs and theirs is not yours. You come from two different worlds, and when they come together, they collide, and maybe you have a good universe of positivity, or maybe these two worlds, these two philosophies, mental minds collide, and you have a terrible, terrible reaction. Whatever it is, if you can raise your awareness to see these things, these patterns, these signs, you are going to be able to handle things like death and sadness and overwhelm and anxiety, because you will see what's triggering them, what causes them, and how to help heal them. So within yourself, what can you do? When sadness and things happen out of your control, I do hate to say it, but you sometimes have to let that ride go through you. Or rather, you ride it. It's hard to say. It's like the chicken or the egg, which came first. Are you riding it, or is it riding you? Do you ride the pain and the fear, or does the pain and fear ride you? Honestly, it's a little bit of both. You strap yourself into that emotional roller coaster, and it becomes not just a mental thing, but it becomes physical. When you decide to handle yourself properly, you will feel it begin emotionally and mentally. You will cry, you can yell, you can scream, you can sob, you will fall to the floor. You will feel like death is crawling out of your stomach and that you want to vomit. Maybe you do vomit. Maybe the pain is so much you start scratching your fingers and peeling your skin off. Maybe you're biting and grinding your teeth. Maybe you're pulling out your hair. Maybe you're scratching and picking your skin. Maybe you're cutting yourself. Maybe you're vomiting. Maybe you're not eating. I don't know what it is, but everyone is doing something. Maybe you're spending money too much. Maybe you're talking to people too much, doing not anything at all, not talking to anyone. You don't get out of bed. I don't know what your thing is, but there's something that everyone does to themselves to try and relieve the pain and to feel control. When life is out of control, you want to feel like you have control over yourself and the things that are happening to you. And sometimes that's when self-destructive behavior happens, because you just don't know how to get that control. And the only thing that you can control becomes harmful. So I'm going to start a 30-day challenge up here. I'm calling it the Willpower is Beauty Challenge, and it will be available on willpowerisbeauty.com. And the goal of it is going to be a free challenge. Just pay shipping and handling to get the upgraded box. There's going to be some other goodies and cool stuff that's going to happen, but only for people who opt into this challenge. I pay the free shipping of $8.89 to get the laser printed cardstock printouts to help you with your checklist and keep on track. There's going to be a calendar for the month. There's daily calendars, task calendars. We're going to do grocery lists. We're going to do like all kinds of stuff. And it's weird because like it sounds like a lot, but it's not. It's just a way for you to create your own routines and plans, and I'm going to help you discover the structure to create it. The printouts and whatnot are awesome. Again, they're on cardstock, so they're really durable. They're free. You just pay shipping and handling of $8.89, and I'll send them to you. So I'm going to eat the cost on the paper and the toner and the envelope and whatever. You just paid for me to ship them to you. $8.89. Go to willpowerisbeauty.com. It's a 30-day challenge. And again, this is going to be a phenomenal opportunity for you to discover how to create your own rituals and routines to empower you to be more successful. You have a lot of raw energy inside of you, and the tools you have to discover what more you can do with yourself and find your purpose and never feel stuck again for too long. That potential is in you right now. You just probably don't feel or know how to unlock it. You don't feel ready. Maybe you're confused. You don't feel supported. But that's what this Willpower is Beauty challenge is all about. It's about helping you be a better version of you, a stronger version of you, the you that you feel like you lost, or the you that you never had. So I just thought that, like, when I went through this from the age of 34 to 40, and all my clients at the salon in Fremont and now in Manteca, they just were like, what are you doing? Like, you're glowing, you're feeling better. What is it? And I just decided that I had to go through the process of documenting everything for the last 11 months. From last August to now, hardcore. So building websites, I think I've got like 12 or 13, and each one has a different focus to help you reach your maximum purpose. And depending on what your personality is and what your interests are, then you can really shine. And there's even an opportunity for people to get further ahead, because I'm going to offer people 21% base commissions for helping to promote the products. So the way I see it is, it's the gift that keeps on giving. I want to be able to pay over $305,000 in commissions within the next 6 to 12 months. So that means I have to somehow generate, I think it's like over $1.4 million. And I'm starting from scratch. My dog should be here with me, pushing me along while I make my coffee in the morning, building my websites and motivating you, but she's not. So I'm getting unstuck by using the printouts that I made. And I want to share them with you and see how you get unstuck too. Because so what if I get unstuck? So what if I say I'm doing good things? It doesn't really matter if I'm not helping someone else. So just proof that there's good in the world, and that you can believe in yourself. Prove that it's not over for you. Prove that it is in your cards, and that you have the ability to find out what more you can do with yourself. Just prove to yourself. Like, it's freaking $8.89. You telling me that's gonna hold you back? What if in the next 30 days your whole life changed? And what if then in the next 5 years you were like unbelievably different from where your life is now? It worked for me freaking when I was 34, and now I'm 40. Why can't it work for you? Why can't it work for someone else that you know? Like, what the hell? Why? Just believe in yourself. So you go to willpowerisbeauty.com and you put your name and your email in, and you get started with the free webinar just to learn more about what's about to happen. Because we're starting so soon, and you are not going to want to miss 1 second. And as soon as this registration period closes up, I think it's like in the next couple of days, you will not be able to get in for at least the next 34 days. And what? You're just gonna sit around and wait? You're gonna be sitting around waiting anyways, right? Because whether you do this or not, I'm still moving forward. And everyone I know that's doing this is moving forward. So if you don't join us, you are only hurting yourself. And I really feel for you, because I know, like, at some point in time I didn't feel ready to move forward. So if that's you, just log off now. But if you're like, you've been secretly hoping and wishing and knowing you could do more if someone could just show you some ways to get started, this is for you. And I feel your pain, and you just need to go to willpowerisbeauty.com, pay the $8.89, get the free package, and you're going to start in a few days, and you will see a huge change. And if you don't like it, give me a reason. Give me the real reasons why. I'll refund you your $8.89. Because, like, I believe in this so freaking much that if you need a refund on it, you just aren't ready for it, and you're just looking for an easy way out. And honestly, I don't want to work with someone like that. I want to work with people who need the help, who want the help, who are burning for something different, and burning to feel like they're finally part of some colossal group of people, like an alternative, on the edge, something different, not wearing ballet slippers and flats and pointy toe shoes. Like, if that's what you want to do, fine. I do love my girly girl high heels, but you know, on the daily, I love my chunky boots and my running shoes. So not to be down on anyone like that, but I obviously am a little edgier. So I'm looking for my edgy group of girls and boys who just want to become willpowered beauties. So join me at willpoweredbeauty.com today. I'm Teresa, and I'll see you later.